old soul. Polyamory. Those are people who believe in having multiple.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Big crowd for this little room. So I realized recently I'm not a very trusting person. You know, it takes a lot for me to trust you, especially you. You know what I'm saying? This comes to I was in the Boy Scouts. And I was in altar boy in Catholic school, so you can understand. But they are not where I lost my trust. I've lost my trust dealing with barbers, okay? Hairstylists. I know you can see it in the back. This absolute rat's nest accumulating on my head, okay? I don't get a lot of haircuts. So, and this doesn't come from just a mistrust. This comes from a whole childhood of, you know, when a barber's slowly, instead of walking around you like it's their job, they spin you around away from the mirror and then make all those irreversible fucking decisions and then spin you around and go, what do you think? And then just all the blood drains out of your face. God, this is my head now? This is my face? But you're too polite and you're not confrontational, so you go, I love it. You know? this is one of the best things that's ever happened to me. But, okay, so you don't only get negative hate as a guy with long hair. In fact, as a guy with short hair, you get nothing. No one talks about a guy with short hair. Nobody. Have you? You haven't. You get a lot of full spectrum. You get a lot, oh, that's great hair. And you get a lot of, oh, I like what you're trying to do there. I can work eventually. But I've noticed the one group of people that absolutely despises my hair the most is much older white women. Okay. And now everybody take a breath. I'm not talking about anyone here. I said much older. I'm talking about the woman who washes out a Ziploc bag and saves it. Not for the environment. From propaganda from the 40s that said we need that plastic for the war effort. She's still working on that. When I see this woman in public, there's no words spoken. It's just, I can read her face. Okay, so I come across her in a nice restaurant and she immediately, boom, deadlock, glaring at me, has a big problem. And I imagine her face looks like what her face looked like when her husband died. She goes through all 5 stages of grief, just dealing with my appearance, okay? Denial. She goes, no. Nobody wore a fucking $6 Party City wig to this nice restaurant. And then I get a little bit closer and then comes acceptance. Said, no. That's not a bad wig. That's his hair. He thought that was an acceptable way to come out tonight. And then they just can't believe themselves, so it's bargaining. Wait a second. Is that Weird Al Yankovic? No, it's not Weird Al. Anger comes next. No, Weird Al was big 40 years ago. He's in his 60s, people. I'm not Weird Al. Stop making the reference. And then finally his acceptance. They just look at me like, this is it. This is what's wrong with the future generation. This is what's wrong with the world. This is what's wrong with my life. Just looking at me. And by this time, I've made the whole jaunt all the way over to her, and now we've just been looking at each other strangely the whole time. Okay. Look, lady. I look at her real intently, and then I look at my phone. And I look at her. You don't look anything like your Tinder picture either. Can we get through this dinner? We both showed up. Thank you. I'm ready to love.